Yo guys, AJ here, and this video is important for any type of player in Wuthering Waves right now, so it's important you watch from start to finish. I don't care if you're a whale, light spender, or free to play, as you don't want to make the wrong decision going forward. And with all the updated information I have now, I want to tell you guys who you should pull, address the Xiangliyao being free rumors, and then get into why you should invest and pull for certain characters. Without further ado, please hit the like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into the video. So let's start with Jinhsi, guys. Now Jinhsi, guys, she lived up to everybody's expectations. Her animations were amazing, and she is the top DPS in the game. There's not really much to talk about with Jinhsi, as I'm sure with only a week left, most of you have already decided that you were going to pull for her. And if you lost your 50-50, you were going to go for Changli. Some of you are going for both, and you know, whales, this really doesn't apply to them because they're just going for everything. But yeah, Jinhsi is the top DPS, guys. I feel like it will be that way for a little bit, but it might change in 1.2. We'll get into that later in the video, but Jinhsi just holds her top spot as the top DPS. So if you want a solid Spectro DPS and the best DPS in the game, you're going to go for Jinhsi. Now let's transition into Changli. We need to talk about Changli because Changli only has 1 week left until she releases. Now Changli has a higher value, yes, a higher account value than Jinhsi. And some of you may be confused. You may be thinking, AJ, you just said Jinhsi is the strongest DPS. What are you talking about? Changli being a higher value than the top DPS in the game. Well, allow me to explain. Changli, as far as damage, isn't going to power creep Jinhsi. Jinhsi will still be at the top spot when Changli comes out. But the big overall account value that you're getting in Changli, guys, is how versatile a DPS is. I can't express this enough because I've said this in multiple videos already, guys. Changli is the first DPS in Wuthering Waves, but this may be a future sign to come where she is almost playable in so many different team comps, and the way you can utilize her is crazy, and how future-proof she is. She also has a 20% fusion buff in her kit that I think people are forgetting, as this may lead to another future character that Kuro Games may release just to pair with Changli. It's not crazy to think that Changli may be getting a dedicated support that later down the line may enhance her playstyle and make her even stronger moving up the meta with the way her kit was worded and everything like that. But if you guys want Changli, just remember her big pro right now is the fact that she's one of the most versatile DPS. She can be your main DPS. She can be your sub DPS if you want to play her like that. I don't recommend it because she's really recommended for on-field time. I have all the team comps listed in my guide video. I can throw it up on screen. Go check that out. The latest guide, Changli, the final guide that I dropped in. But other than that, Changli is a great investment for free-to-plays, light spenders, and even whales, because just because we're all-around damage and her buffs, the longevity of this character will probably last even deep into the future. Okay, moving on with the video, let's talk about the two heavy hitters that I'm about to feature right now, which is what everybody's interested in, Xiangliyao. And let's start with him. Let's address the rumor. Now, sometimes, guys, when I did the kit breakdowns, that if you guys have not seen, go check those out, for Xiangliyao and Zhezhi, a lot of people, not a lot of people, I take that back, only a little bit of people, I want to say like 20% of the people in the comment section, some people would comment, oh, but the rumor is he's free. Guys, and I'm going to show a picture on screen right now. Now, while this shows an event saying that Xiangliyao will be free, I want to pump the brakes a little bit on this, guys, as this is still a rumor and it is not officially confirmed. Guys, to keep up with all the information to date, I look into multiple servers, multiple stuff. I scour around everywhere to find information, update you guys right away. With that being said, right now Xiangliyao being free is a rumor. So if you're thinking right now, oh, I'm gonna pull Jinhsi or Changli or something like that and I'm gonna get Xiangliyao for free, and you want this character and that's your mindset, having no pulls going in when his banner drops, I highly recommend you pump the brakes and don't do that, because it's still a big rumor. And I'm going to give you guys another example. Honkai Star Rail was rumored after the Dr. Ratio thing, maybe around that time or even before that, that on the anniversary of Honkai Star Rail, we were going to get a free standard banner selector for any of the characters. When the anniversary rolled out and this rumor was getting hyped, getting pushed everywhere, even the biggest content creators were talking about it. What ended up happening on the anniversary day? They did not give us the standard selector. So what I'm saying is, if you guys are hype, and I want a free Xiangliyao, guys, but unfortunately the reality maybe is that we're actually not going to get him for free, and that's what I'm saying, take that with a grain of salt. If we do get it for free, then best believe as soon as I get confirmation, I'll cover and put it out there right away for you guys. But let's talk about what he does and why you should pull for him. Now, Xiangliyao honestly is a gauntlet user that, other than Lin Yang, who's a main DPS gauntlet user, we haven't had another one, and now we're getting one. On top of that, he is lightning or electro element, whichever one you prefer to say, and his biggest upside is his playstyle. He feels faster, he looks faster, he's got a bunch of cool animations. On top of that, he seems like he's going to hit hard. We're gonna wait for them to update the kits so we can see the full what he does and how hard he's going to hit, basically. But another big positive for all you Yin Lin havers is he's perfect to pair with Yin Lin. And the unfortunate reality for us Calcharo mains, Calcharo is going to get power crept by Xiangliyao. Now, I don't know if it's going to be as big as, like, say, another Jinhsi coming in, but if Xiangliyao, let's say, is just as good as Jinhsi, then it may be time to put down the Calcharo and invest in him. But if you do like Calcharo, then I recommend you can just stick with Calcharo and skip Xiangliyao if you'd like. But honestly, he seems pretty cool. He reminds me of a Genos / kind of like Iron Man type rushdown character. Maybe add some like Guy Sensei from Naruto doing all these martial arts moves. Really cool character, cool animations. Let's move on to the final character that I want to talk about, and the most excited character that I'm actually hyped for is Zhezhi. Zhezhi, she has such crazy potential, guys, because it's the first time a character is going to have summons on the field that are going to attack with her, and she has a blink, which is essentially just a mini teleport. Now, from what I'm gathering is there's 3 spots that she places these, like, I guess we can call them like placeholder summon things. They kind of look like birds or something like that, and there's one to the left, one to the right. And essentially, from what I'm reading, until they update any translation errors or anything like that, because you know Kuro is bad at translating in English right now, but from my understanding is the fact that she can swap places with one of those spots and just get rid of that, and she can has it like this little blink ability, which is a mini teleport to get there. Summons are cool, the little bird things. She stays in the air to attack too. She has aerial combat. If you guys go check out the kit breakdown that we did and when we read over the entire thing, I kind of already figured and took a guess. I was like, oh, it looks like she's gonna stay in the air for a little bit. Surely enough, while she's painting and attacking with that brush, she's staying in the air doing good damage, it looks like, and then the summons are just gonna come in. The biggest winners from Zhezhi being in the game are still going to be Jinhsi, Changli, and even Lin Yang. Yes, your boy Lin Yang is finally getting a W. Because why? Because she buffs skill damage and she buffs attack damage. And this is really huge because this is the first time we're getting a character with summons constantly attacking, but then the fact that she can switch with another character and buff up their skill damage and their attack damage is crazy, especially when Jinhsi and Changli, the majority of their damage is coming from their skills, and Lin Yang is finally going to get a teammate that's Glacio or Ice with him. And you, as we all know, Lin Yang, you do a bunch of normal attacks obviously, and then you want to just time the skills right whenever it kind of glows blue, and you would just have another good teammate right there. But aside from those 3, it just feels like as long as we get characters, guys, that are going to do damage with basic attacks, skills, which as of right now, currently early in the game, that's probably what they're going to still pump out just for a little longer. Zhezhi seems like a future-proof character for the long term as well. And these sub DPS type characters, guys, I call them offensive supports. A lot of people get that confused. There's an offensive support and a defensive support. Defensive supports are your Varinas and stuff like that, you know, your healers, or if they throw a shielder out in the future. Offensive supports are what I call sub DPSs like your Yinlins and your Zhezhis. And the thing is, guys, she is this sub DPS supportive unit, and one thing I can tell you guys is the longevity of these characters, right, last in gacha games and in RPGs longer than main DPSs, because main DPSs will eventually all get power crept at some point, but these sub DPSs, it takes a lot for them to lose their role or get power crept. You would have to make another supremely overpowered unit for you to be like, do I want to pull that? But with that being said, hopefully I was able to give you guys some insight on who you should pull in 1.0 and 1.1, and hopefully I was able to bring some news about the Xiangliyao being free and just take it with a grain of salt. My name is AJ, guys. Please hit the like, comment, and subscribe, as it helps me grow this channel and keeps the lights on. I love you guys. Have a safe Sunday, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.